Ciao ragazzi! I have to pause on my project that I'm trying to get projects like, not like totally from start to finish done, but like to a more, I don't know, more complete, more footage state. I don't know. Let me know if you prefer me just to keep going on like in real time process, or do the compilate, like for example, oh my gosh, words are tough. For example, the sidewalk project with the 3 different sections took me days and days and days and days, but I put it all into one episode to kind of try to give like the full picture of what I did. Do you like that? Or would you prefer like, hey, this is how far I got today? Because that's kind of where I'm at with the raised beds. We finally got rain. Florida be Florida, finally. Hold on, look. Like, we actually have rain. We've got puddles. We've got the little lake at the end of the driveway. It'll drain out of there, but so we're finally officially, I think, into rainy season, which means that my project work will be slowing down, or not slowing down, will be interrupted. And because of that, I won't make as much progress. So do we want to this is a long intro to say, do you want me to do wait and post when it's done, or show you as I'm going? In the meantime, today I am tackling, after my morning of work, I'm tackling this here cabinet that was, while also listening to podcasts, that was actually my dad's. He brought it from, used to be a welder and then a millwright. So he brought it down from Minnesota, and it's quite lovely, actually. It's heavy, it's huge. Actually, I think this is supposed to come down. I don't know. Maybe these are the keys. I don't know. But I'm going to try to go through and start to organize it. I say start because I have a feeling I'm going to be interrupted. It's hotter than a blazes actually in the garage right now. There's no like air movement. The main reason I'm doing this is because I currently have a table that needs to go over to the Port Orange house full of irrigation supplies and other random crap that just keeps getting piled up. And I want to get all that into a drawer so that it's like organized and I know where stuff is, because right now I don't, and it's very frustrating. Alright, just that little beginning. I don't know how long it recorded for, but I have so much stuff. So I've got like, I don't know, I have to just... So here's the drawer, the first one. This is why it's going to take me forever. And you're maybe saying, oh, just throw it all away. Well, I'm not really a throw it all away person, and there's pretty useful stuff in here. Excuse you, Carol, are you supposed to be out in the rain? Come back here. Carol, come. Look at her. She's like, I want to be outside playing. Carol. Carol, come. Uh-oh. Oh, good girl. Right here. Thank you. You can't be out there. It's all raining right now. We're in the garage. I know it's not as fun. You stay in the garage with Mom, or else you're gonna have to go back outside or back in the house. Stay here. Nope. Beep. Nope. Good girl. Good choice. Thank you. So this drawer is crazy. What I'm just trying to do is kind of clear a spot on the top so I can take things out and sort it and figure out what I have. And what I would really like to do is eventually label the front. Like right now, there's these labels on here that I don't know, A, B, C, E, E, D. Maybe they at some point, 71, 75. At some point they meant something. I bet they were all like some label for something. I just literally right now realized these all can come out. That means I can actually like really clean them. My project just got more intense, but better. All right, back to hyperlapse because this is gonna, again, Next update that I didn't know could happen, I can turn them. So there's literally, like, these ones are labeled with whatever those were for. And then I have where I could, like, put a little label in it. So, my next question to myself is the juice worth the squeeze on, like, literally cleaning all these out? Is that, or is that just stupid and I should just, it's a garage, and, like, leave it be? Now, if I had the shop vac here, I would shop vac these, but I don't. I have neither one of the shop vacs here, so maybe that's the key, is I just, for now, there's like these little slides. Divider type. Does it work, or is it just, hold on. Does that push in? Push in. Ha! I think you push it in and then slide it. That's what you do. So then I only on this one, but I'm assuming further down there's, of course, parts of this is rusty. Like to make it into two. Okay, let's not play with that anymore, but okay. So now we know we can turn them all and future label. Oops, I forgot I turned that one already. So future labels. Poor little puppy's gonna have to be kicked off the island. Come on. Let's go. He wandered away one too many times. Hold on, guys, I forgot I had stuff in my oven. I guess I didn't hit stop. Alright. Don't worry, it didn't burn, but not good. So, I've been perfecting making homemade crackers with regular bread, and I was trying to make crackers with cassava flour because one of the kids is not supposed to have wheat for a little bit, and I used the same thing when Claire was breading all of her SIBO gut stuff. But at that time, I never, these are all rusted. Dang it. Florida makes things that are like, I mean, is it still, I don't want to have to like, I bet they still work though. See, this is where sometimes I don't need to be quite the keeper, but also like, this is a lot of cable ties. Not cable ties. Whatever these things are called. Anyway, the first ones I made actually were pretty decent. These second ones I did them a little thicker, and I don't think they're as good. So whatever these are, poly washer. Anyway, like sometimes some of this you're like, well, I don't think I need it, but that's how I discovered actually some of the stuff in here I did need for the irrigation. So there's that. Okay. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube University to learn how to Florida be Floridan. Look at all that rust on there. I'm sure these can be cleaned off. How? I'm not sure. And then I've got some valves, it looks like. I don't know what those were for. A whole bunch of zip ties. I put my zip ties over in my garden stuff now. Let me put you back on hyperlapse because, you know. Alrighty, so I just went on the YouTube University as I like to do, and as long as I have all of these rusty bleeping tools, I'm gonna try the little vinegar and salt trick, which is basically you fill it with vinegar, you put the tool in with some salt, and you let it sit, and it does the work for you. And then you scrub it off, clean it off, and then oil them. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I don't know how to show this to you without it being like all on my rear end. So basically, I've actually got a whole thing of vinegar in here. I use it in my laundry. I don't know if this is technically strong enough vinegar, but we're just gonna use it. So, filling the container, vinegar. Pretty large container, so I'm going to use this whole thing. 62 quarts, 64 ounces. Carol, do not go away or else you gotta go in the house. And I don't know, one of the things gave a ratio. I'm just gonna shake it like a Polaroid picture here. Literally just shaking it in there, and then I'm going to use the rusty bleeping tools to kind of stir it. So I got that guy, that guy. Now my question is, I wonder how many I'm going to be get in here. Because they need to be submerged. Honestly, peeps. Let's do 2. I should recycle those. Hey, where'd you go? Carol, come. She's gonna have to go in the house. Carol! Oh, she ran over to my neighbors again. Good girl. Thank you. Good girl. I don't want to put her in the house right away because I don't really feel like she's punished, but she really is not listening. I mean, she is a dog, so I guess there's that. Okay, a couple more that can fit in here. She's like, that smells. I don't like that, Mom. What else can I get to fit in there? I have all these Allen wrench sets that are also very, very rusty. It'll either work or it won't work, right? I feel like it's not like I can really ruin them when they are this bad. In a box with drawers. So I'm going to have to figure out, like, is there a better way of storing these? Like, do I store them in oil, maybe? I don't know. Clearly we haven't needed to use these, but I do like a good Allen wrench set. Several hours later, a pause for dinner, came back outside, finished. Well, finished. Tons of progress. Alright, so I've got 2 bins of vinegar and salty tool soaking happening for all of the rusty tools. Do you want to know something that just is super frustrating? So I haven't thrown away anything for however long. I was just keep checking on the dog. She's in the driveway. She finally got to come back outside after she's had a few times where she had to go back in the house. there was a cup sitting there with screws in it that I assumed were like old screws. Nope. Eddie put them there for safekeeping because he took the electrical panel off because an electrician is wiring it for so when we can plug our generator in from outside and it'll actually run the house versus hauling an extension cord to different things for when we have a wind event. Anyway, apparently the screws I threw away in this very full bag of garbage were the screws for the stupid electric panel. Ah! He went on Amazon and ordered new ones. $10, which I feel like is a crock of crap for screws, but he told me it's just $10. Don't worry about it. So I won't worry about it anymore. Do you want to take a tour of the drawers that are not necessarily going to stay in this order, but for now they just make sense? Yeah, you do. Of course you do. You sat around watching, right? Okay. So right now, our top drawer is very inconveniently empty because I'm going to play around with what I want to actually put on the top, because these would in theory be your most often used items, but it's empty. I ended up not washing all of the interior. I just dumped all the dust and debris out and I'm calling it good. It's a garage. It's got a mechanism that it won't open unless the drawers are all the way in, so this is probably should be the top drawer because it's a very commonly used items. Oops, sorry, you can't actually see. This is what I'm calling anything to hang or attach, or so anchors, other types of anchors and screws, nails and screws, weird sheet metal type roofing screws, nuts, and then kind of in general big leg bolt style things that you don't really need until you need it. And then these, which looked brand new, so I found a container and put those in there. And then the next drawer down is I had a whole ton of casters, so wheels, spline thing to repair screen doors. Technically, I guess these are screws, but they also had like little clampy thingies that I don't know. I wasn't sure what. Oh, it's electrical. It needs to move to electrical. Clamps, electrical. But anyway, there's a mixture of stuff in here. A whole ton of Allen wrenches, a circular drill bit. I have more drill bits that are in the vinegar salt water, and then all kinds of bits. My dad had tons and tons of these type of, like, it's really big. I can't do it one-handed. Doesn't matter. We don't need a full tour. But bits and drill bits and cutting tools, etc. Again, I have to like pull more than once. There we go. All right, this is random extra extension cords / pieces of extension cords. There was a full brand new door handle, my primer and stuff for PVC repairs, some valves, and then we go into irrigation. This is actual irrigation in this drawer. So I don't know that all of these heads do or don't work, but I opted to not squirrel and go check them out by just putting them. I cleaned off all the dirt and debris and put them in the drawers. And then these are like the smaller head styles, and then these are the gigantic ones. So that is that drawer. And then, whoops, hi. This is what I would call more my irrigation and my drip irrigation situation. So I've got all kinds of drip supplies here, different emitters, cutting tool, pokey tool, O-rings, more of these. My dad had a ton of these, I don't know why, but I put them all in one spot. Clamps for like this type of a clamp. And then I have all of the black extenders. They're not all the same size, which I would like, but whatever. Then I have all of these doohickeys that are the same. All the black ones. Technically this one should be over here, but it just fit better there. A whole bunch of the white version of the PVCs. More, but these ones are like the threaded, double threaded ends. So they sat over there. That's looking very nice. So now I know what I have with my irrigation and drip. These are tools that are up in their soak. And then this is the overflow drawer that's kind of big. So I've got my little emitter tubing, a whole big kit of different types of bolts and stuff that didn't fit above, splices of PVC, and then hacksaw blades. And I will sort this out once I know what I have from the soak. It's a wee bit still air in here. This is sweat from just talking to you. I probably will splice in tomorrow, maybe the cleaned tools. And then I don't know if you saw it on the ground, but there are still some other tools that need to be cleaned, as well as a toolbox that I need to go through, which I think also has a bazillion parts and things of stuff that I don't know. And then I did set some of my tools over on my tool bench, which is where my pegboard and stuff is. That's a mess and atrocious because a lot of the tools are still at the other house, so it's hard to organize them, but I just started putting things that I normally put away there, stuff that's now gonna come here, here. In the end, I would like the top of this to basically be empty. I'm tool rich, as they say. Tool in accoutrement. I mean, I love garage stuff, so that's fine, but look at me. I'm just... This goes back to another video where I was like, I don't know how like some YouTubers always look cute when they're doing things. I took my blower and blew out the entire garage. It's almost completely empty. So that's looking good. I got a bunch of my stuff put away here, still needs to be reorganized. And then Carol is out there waiting for me to come sit back out there and drink our water.